Welcome back. You're still with the interview on Indonesia Highlight. Our guest, Wouter van den Kolk. Oh God, I've got my
It's all right. It's all right.
Asia.
Yes.
You're a very, very young company. If I'm not mistaken, you were set up in 2013.
Yeah,
and it grew very fast. Primarily in Europe, Mexico, things like that, no? And
no, actually, we are focusing on developing economies and,
right.
And a lot of countries in Asia, actually. Yeah.
So you started with Asia?
Yes, we did, and Africa as well. We started in Nigeria and Myanmar, actually.
We started Asia in Myanmar.
Yes, correct.
That's a very, very, very strange choice. Why Asia, for example?
So we see a lot of potential in Asia, of course, right? It's a booming economy, even as a continent. And what the Work with Internet does is they take a successful business model. We've already seen that this works in a lot of developed countries and take it to a developing world. And we set it up here in Asia because we see a booming economy, rise of the internet penetration rate, and booming car industry.
But it's still very low internet-wise.
Well, I would not agree with you, actually. Yeah. I think in Indonesia right now, about 20% of the people have internet access.
Right.
And this will rise to
mobile, mostly.
Yeah, sorry. So about 20% of the people have a smartphone, actually, and this will rise to about 50% by 2017.
I agree with that.
And about 90 million people are internet users, and this will rise to 125 by 2017. So 125 million people having internet access on their mobile phone. Yeah, you can imagine it's a lot of potential.
Do you find that in Asia it's easy to sell online, basically?
Well, of course we face our challenges, but we believe in this market, and
there's no
so far we see a lot of interest.
Hindrances like people are not really, they really want to see the car and not depend on others in online, for example. Is there
well, of course there's a transition phase, right? People have to get used to going online instead of going to their familiar shop. But we have seen this transition in Europe, in the US, and we're definitely sure that it will also be a transition here in Asia. And actually we think it will go even faster than it was in those traditional countries, because the technology is changing very fast, the youth is picking it up, and we see a big rise in e-commerce.
I see that you have offices in, you have businesses in Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, or is it?
No, Thailand,
Indonesia.
Right now we don't.
Yeah, why not those other countries like more developed in terms of automotive industry and market, like Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand even?
Yeah. So we really want to focus on the developing markets, right? So we see that Indonesia, the market is changing, it's growing, and we want to be there right now. So, for example, the car market is very important for us. So we see about 100 million vehicles in Indonesia right now driving around. A lot of them motorcycles, of course, and they add about 10 million every year.
There's about, last year I had 1,022,000 new vehicles.
Right. So you can imagine, and we want to be part of this growth, and this is more present here than, for example, in Singapore.
Singapore, yeah, okay. Do you only deal with cars? Do you deal with motorcycles? Do you deal with, like, I don't know, trucks or whatever?
We do all of it, actually. Everything. So we have cars, we have motorcycles, and we have commercial vehicles.
That implies, if it grows, that implies that you have to have a lot of manpower, sort of, to check, to verify, take pictures. How many people have you started with, and how are you seeing yourself, let's say, in 2 years?
So we've been around now for about 6 months. And since then, we've grown from scratch, from zero, just me and some first people, to a team of right now, I think 44 people.
44 in just 6 months.
In 6 months. And we have an office also in Bandung, in Surabaya, in Semarang. And in a couple of weeks, we will open an office in Medan, and only a couple of weeks after that in Makassar. To really